Hi, I'm Todd Henderson. Today I want to show you how to install the BedRug Ultra on this 2014 and up body style GMC Sierra Chevy Silverado. Now this is the 5.8 bed, but it's the exact same install on every bed size. Now, very important information, if you're putting this on top of a sprayed-in bed liner, you're going to want to get the spray-in adhesive promoter kit. That's part number BRZ-spray-on. We don't have that, so we're just going to go straight onto the paint. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've got all the components laid out. I've got a floor portion. This is actually upside down, and this is how we want to have it for right now. It's got the tailgate piece attached to it. Your sidewall pieces are lined up where they're going to go. Your bulkhead piece is also lined up where it's going to go. I do recommend that you lay these pieces out and let them stay flat for a little while to let them relax. When they ship to you, they're typically kind of folded up, and it's a lot easier to work with if they're laying flat. So next what we're going to do is let's go ahead and zip these together, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, now your sidewalls and your bulkhead piece are going to need to zip to the floor portion. Your floor portion is going to have it's kind of this big industrial size zipper that's attached to it, so we're just going to line those up and zip them together. Now it's easiest to zip just a little bit at a time. Get the zipper kind of lined up and pull it through. And it's also definitely easier to do this when it's all upside down. All right, now we're done zipping that up. We're going to go ahead and apply our Velcro strips. I'm going to start with the sidewall since I'm right here. Now your Velcro strips, your packages, they'll have some 10-inch strips. Each sidewall piece is going to take 3 10-inch strips. I'll show you where those go. You have one that goes right over top of the wheel well area. We're going to leave the tape surface on there for right now. We're going to have a couple attach right up here. All right, next we've also got some 6-inch pieces. Each of the sidewall pieces takes 2 6-inch pieces, and those will be kind of angled at the front and back corners of the wheel wells. And next you're going to have some 2-inch strips. Now we're going to place 6 of the 2-inch strips along the top edge, kind of evenly spaced, but they don't have to be perfect right now. We're going to move them around if we need to, if we set something in place and it looks like there might be some kind of obstruction when we finally go to attach it. So just for right now, get everything just kind of evenly spaced. All right, now before we go any further, we've also got 4 very long strips of Velcro. One of them is longer than the other 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that one, pull it out and set it off to the side. That one gets attached later. Now, I'm going to show you an alternate version from what the instructions will say. I'm going to take one of the longer strips, one of the 3 remaining long strips, and I'm going to use this at your tailgate pillar. In the instructions, they call for 3 of the 2-inch pieces along the tailgate pillar. I think it gives you a cleaner install to use the long piece. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You can do whichever way you prefer. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this piece right along this back edge. When I get down to the bottom, I'm going to cut that off. And then I'm also going to take a smaller piece. I'm going to attach that right across here. Now everything I've shown you here, you want to repeat on the opposite side. Okay, so now for your tailgate piece, we're going to take your other two long strips of Velcro, not the longest one, but the two that are left from the ones you separated out. We'll put that along the top edge of the tailgate piece here. And we're going to cut off the excess. All right, now we're going to take our next piece, run that along the bottom, and again cut off the excess. Now here's our longest piece of Velcro that we set aside just a moment ago. That's going to go to the very top of our bulkhead piece. So we're going to go ahead and attach that. Okay, now you'll notice that there's a little angled piece that runs along the edge of here on the bulkhead portion. Now this is normally where your instruction would show to put a continuous long strip of Velcro. I actually use that one for the tailgate area. So what I'm going to do in lieu of that is I'm going to use 6 of our 2-inch pieces, and I'm just going to spread them out evenly, kind of right along that bottom edge. Now for your bottom edge of your bulkhead piece, again we're going to use the 2-inch pieces, and we're going to do again 6 towards the bottom of that, and there again just evenly spaced. All right, now in your kit you're also going to have a roll of Velcro that does not have adhesive on it. We're going to use that at this point. Now this is extra wide. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the sides of our bulkhead, and what we're going to do is we're going to take and install this on to where it hangs off the edge of it. So only half of it is actually going to be sticking to the bulkhead piece, and the other half is going to be hanging off the edge. It doesn't have to go all the way down to the bottom. In fact, when that bottom portion starts to curve in, that's where you can stop this piece. Just run it up to where it meets the Velcro at the top. Cut that free, and just make sure that half of it is hanging off. Do that on the other side as well. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and flip it right side up, fold everything in, and set it into the bed of the truck. All right, so now we've got the Bed Tread Ultra pushed all the way up against the bulkhead. I've gone ahead and peeled this back. It's really important to tell you at this point, before we put this in, we washed the bed of the truck thoroughly. We got it all nice and dried out. Now, before we start attaching the Velcro to the sheet metal, we want to first wipe down the surface that the Velcro is going to attach with rubbing alcohol. So I'm going to do that right now. I've got some 91% isopropyl alcohol. Just using a lint-free cloth or paper towel. Now we can go ahead and peel away the tape protector. Now before we just attach it, what we want to do is we want to push down on the floor portion to make sure this is all drawn all the way down. Next, we're going to go ahead and clean off this section here. All right, now before we attach it, we want to make sure that before the adhesive touches, that we have it lined up properly. So you kind of want to almost roll it up into place. All right, now we're going to go ahead and wipe down the top edge of the bulkhead. All right, now what we're going to do is we need to make some relief cuts in the bed tread itself so our tie-down hoops can go through. Now what I'm going to show you on this passenger side, we'll do the exact same thing on the driver's side. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold the bed tread up to where that tie-down hoop is. We're also going to push down on the floor portion, make sure that we've got the right location for that tie-down hoop. You want to do the same exact thing to all 4 of your tie-down locations. All right, now we've got our relief cuts made for our tie-downs. We're going to go ahead and pull back the sides, and we're going to start from the bottom, work our way up. I'm going to wipe down with alcohol all the surfaces of the areas where the Velcro is going to attach. We're going to go ahead and peel back the Velcro on the side portion here. I like to just peel back a little bit and let it hang out. Now I'm going to go ahead and push down on the floor portion and slowly roll it up into place. We're going to repeat those exact same steps on the opposite side. Okay, so now we're to the tailgate portion. What we're going to do, we're going to push down on the bed tread. We're going to feel where it actually meets. This is actually molded to the tailgate itself, so we want to make sure it's lined up to the tailgate. Now what we're going to do, we're going to peel it back. We're going to wipe down the surface where the Velcro is going to be attached to the portion of the bed. The tailgate is right next to the bed. Now we're going to go ahead and peel away the Velcro here. Now this can be a little bit tricky to attach. You don't want it to grab too soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of lift up on it. We're going to drop it down, make sure it's fit into place, and then apply some pressure so it makes good adhesion to the tailgate. I'm going to lift this up and we're going to see exactly where the Velcro is going to be touching the plastic and also the painted surface. We're going to rub that all down with rubbing alcohol on the plastic and on the paint. All right, now in your kit, you're going to have a little thing of 3M adhesive promoter. This is going to be for the part of the plastic that's actually going to be touching the Velcro. So we want to make sure that bonds properly. In order to do that, we're going to peel this away. We've got like a little sponge that's inside there. That's our applicator sponge. And then use our adhesive promoter on the plastic parts only. Now, once this is dried, we're going to go ahead and peel away the adhesive protector for the Velcro. We're going to drop it right in place. Make sure you apply plenty of pressure. Make sure we get a good bond. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts. We're here to help you out.